Oh, no. It's late. Theresa, wake up.
Not now, Whitney. I'm busy being Ethan's ideal woman.
Hello? You heard it from Ethan's own lips. Gwen is Ethan's ideal woman, not you.
I can't control my dreams, Whitney. And what about you? Did you have any more dreams about Frank?
You know, Frank is the last person I would dream about, okay? If he ever finds out that I lied about Ethan's stalker, you, not moving to South America, he'd have us both arrested.
Don't worry, Whitney. We're in the clear as long as Frank only sees me in my disguise. Besides, I know you were dreaming about Frank last night when I was dreaming about Ethan. You've got it as bad for Frank as I do for Ethan.
Frank is no more right for me than Ethan is for you, Theresa.
But you were dreaming about Frank, weren't you?
You know, if I was, it is all your fault. All your dreaming and scheming about Ethan must be catching. You've got to stop this, Theresa, for both our sakes.
Whitney, I've got my feelings for Ethan completely under control. I am not getting back on that roller coaster.
Since when?
But I'm glad I'm still working for his mother in the Crane Mansion, even in disguise. One of these days, Ethan's gonna realize that Gwen isn't the one for him, and he'll fall out of love with her.
And in love with you, right?
Why not? Until then, I'll still have my fantasies. They're not a crime. When the Titanic came out, I had so many fantasies about me and Ethan as Kate and Leo, I got seasick.
You're nuts.
Maybe. But I would pose on a couch in a New York Minute if Ethan took out a sketch pencil and wanted to draw me in the nude.
Theresa!
Don't Theresa me, Whitney Russell. I think you've had a fantasy or two about Frank yourself.
If I have, and I'm only saying if, they were a lot tamer than yours.
Well, that's because you haven't had much practice. You've channeled all your sexual energies into tennis, which makes sense since your main dream is to be a great tennis player.
Oh, well, thank you, Dr. Freud.
You're welcome. But now, you're facing a conflict. I've seen the looks you give Frank.
Ugh, you wish.
Oh, really? What about at the hospital? You practically went catatonic at the sight of him.
That was fear, Theresa, not love. I mean, I know Frank is supposed to be off the case, but every time I'm around him, I get petrified that he's going to start grilling me about you.
I don't think that's what you're feeling at all, Whitney. When you're nervous, your stomach gets all tingly, but when you're feeling certain other things, it's your entire body.
Oh, God, now you're Dr. Ruth? Okay. So where do you get all this scientific information, huh?
Not from tennis magazines, that's for sure. Stop daydreaming, Whitney, and pay attention. You've got a lot to learn. I'll be working for Ivy Crane all day since I don't have any classes.
Well, I just hope you don't run into Ethan. That ankle of his looked pretty bad last night. He may not go to work.
So what if Ethan sees me around the mansion? He won't recognize me in my disguise.
I don't want to get on your case. I just want you to be safe, okay?
I know. And I want you to fall in love and know what an incredible feeling it is.
I would like to be in love, Theresa, but it can't be with Frank. If he ever found out that I lied to him about knowing you, he would hate me. Now I better go. Hey, you didn't tell me you got this roll of film back.
Yeah, just the other day. Take that one. I got doubles.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll call you at the Crane Mansion later to see how you're doing, okay?
Okay. Bye. Oh, Ethan. If you could only see me the way I really am.
Good morning, Theresa.
Good morning, Mama.
I thought you'd like to know. Miguel just called from the hospital.
He did? How's Charity?
Well, she's still unconscious. Your brother, he tries to hide his fear, but I can hear it in his voice.
Oh, Mama.
Sometimes, I don't know, I wonder what I've done that my family must endure so much sadness. You miss your father as much as I do. Now, when your brother ran off, Luis put his happiness on hold to take care of us. And now, Miguel, he risked his life in that terrible fire to save a girl who means so much to him and may not live. How much can this family take?
Oh, it'll be all right, Mama. It'll be all right.
And I fear for you, Theresa. I beg of you, stay away from Ethan Crane.
Don't worry, Mama. I'm working for Ethan's mother, not Ethan.
Yeah, still, but you're in that house with him every day, Theresa.
In my disguise. Ethan won't recognize me as the girl who caused all those accidents.
He doesn't see them as accidents. He believes that you were stalking him. Why, Theresa, why are you so set on risking your safety? You're still in love with Ethan, aren't you?
I won't lie to you, Mama. I have loved Ethan ever since I was a little girl, even though I never met him until just recently. In my fantasies, he was the prince who came and rescued me and all of us from our lives of poverty and drudgery. Even with everything that's happened, I still never gave up believing it would all come true.
She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes.
I thought Ethan had figured out who I was, and this was his way of telling me he loved me. But then Gwen came in and he turned away from me like I didn't even exist and told Gwen he loved her. It was awful, Mom.
Oh, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm sure it hurt, sweetie.
I know I can't force Ethan to love me just because I love him.
No, you cannot.
But I am not going to give up working for Ivy Crane either. It's my best chance of making the rest of my dream come true. I want to know what it's like to own so many dresses I can't decide which one to wear. I want to know what it's like to order anything I want on the menu without looking to see how much it costs. I want to know what it feels like to know nobody's looking down on me, or you, or Louise, or McGill, just because of our last names or where we live. You see, Mama, I don't want it just for me. I want it for all of us. And if I can't do it by marrying Ethan Crane, I'll just have to make it happen by working hard for his mother.
I know it's hard to love a man and not be with him.
Talking about you and Papa?
See. Oh, Teresa, I'm glad that you finally came to realize that Ethan will never marry you. But I beg you, mi amor, avoid him when you're in that house. Because the more you're around him, the higher the risk that he will recognize you as his stalker. Even worse, mi niña, it will keep the love that you have for him alive. Teresa, Teresita, por favor, don't put yourself through any more heartache for a love that can never be.
Come in. Theresa.
Mrs. Crane told me to help you today instead of her. I'm sorry about your ankle. But at least you're out of that hospital wheelchair.
Thank goodness for... How did you know I was in a wheelchair in the ER?
I guess your mother mentioned it.
Right. Theresa, I'm glad you're here. I need you to finish typing this report I've been working on for my father. Sure. The laptop's right over there.
Okay.
The only problem is if you'll be able to read my handwriting. Or should I say scribble?
Well, this is not bad at all. I can read every word. Except this one. Tarts?
That's torts. It's a legal term.
I got it.
Oh, you're good.
Well, thank you. I love this laptop. Someday, I'm gonna have one exactly like this.
You don't have a sister, do you?
Yeah, she lives out of state with my aunt. Why?
I keep thinking there's something so familiar about you.
Oh, sorry. Byron?
I was checking a poem in there last night. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright
Meet in her aspect and her eyes.
How did you know that?
I know all the words by heart because I studied Byron in my honors English class.
Wow, honors English. I'm impressed.
It's my favorite subject next to fashion.
Well, English is my favorite subject, too. I used to think I'd like to be a writer someday.
Well, so why didn't you?
No, my family would have never stood for it. My father and grandfather made it very clear that they expected me to go to law school like they did.
Well, it's not too late. You're a wonderful writer. I can tell from your report.
You really think so?
Oh, yeah. You shouldn't give up your dream just because your family doesn't understand.
What are you doing in here, Theresa?
Your daughter's been helping me, Pilar.
Mr. Ethan needs his rest.
Oh, it's okay. Theresa and I were just discovering how much we have in common.
Yeah. I'll come back later, Ethan.
Sure.
Okay.
This is exactly what I was talking to you about. 2 minutes alone with Ethan and you're ready to have your heart broken all over again.
But, Mama, it was so wonderful. Ethan and I were actually having a real conversation. Oh, if only I could stop wearing this disguise, I know he'd fall in love with me.
Theresa.
Don't worry, Mama. Ethan doesn't have a clue who I am under this disguise. And he never will. Crane residence.
Theresa, it's me.
Whitney, what's up?
I just had to lie to Frank again.
I am so sorry, Whitney.
It was awful. But I think I got him to back off once and for all in his search for you. You're safe.
Thank you, Whitney. You are the best.
I've got you. I'm gonna make you pay now.